is Shrinking Kathy here with my 23-week post-op RNY update. Take 4. Yes, I've screwed up 4 times. Well, 3 times. Let's hope 4 is the charm. Alright, so here's the drill. I am 53 years old. I am 5'4" tall. I had RNY, gastric bypass surgery in Toronto, Ontario, Canada with Dr. David Lindsay on February the 1st of this year. My starting weight 3 weeks prior to that surgery date was 304 pounds. That's when I started the OptiFast liquid protein diet. This morning, I got on the scale and drumroll, I weighed 203.2 pounds. 203.2 pounds. You guys, I'm down over 100 pounds. To be exact, 100.8 pounds. I would do the happy dance if I haven't already done it. And I'm tired now. So no happy dance, and I don't like to dance anyway. I'd rather sing. I mean, 100 pounds. I'm so pleased. So anyway, I am 3.3 pounds away from Wonderland. How could this be happening? When you first start this, if you're post-op and you're thinking about having surgery, when you read the research and do your research, you have to do the research. But while you're doing the research, you read all of these studies showing you how much people can lose. And you're like, yeah, right. That's not going to work for me. And then when I met with the surgeon, and he said, oh, you know, you'll probably lose, I think, what did you say? You're considered a success if you lose 50 to 60% of your excess weight, which for me, I'm getting pretty close to what that would be, I think. I had already lost 45% of my excess weight by 3 months post-op. So I'm thinking I'm probably where they want me to be now, but I'll have to wait until my 6-month visit before I find out for sure. But I'm not ready to stop. So when he asked me to set a goal weight, part of me was like, are you crazy? I can't even imagine what it would be like to be lighter. I'm 304 pounds. I've struggled with weight for 30 years. And the other half was saying, gee, I'd like to weigh 145 pounds. So I put 145 down. Just pulled it out of the air. And then later found out that was actually a good weight to pick because it's at the very top end of the healthy BMI for my height. But when I put it down, it seemed like, I'll never get there. 145? I would have been happy to see 245 at that point. And I was very happy to see 245 when I got down there. So there's this huge disconnect with what they're trying to get you to want, which you do want more than life itself. Well, maybe not more than life, but I wanted it really bad. But you don't believe you can have it. And then the surgery changes all that, and the OptiFast starts it off. Because, well, if you're smart, you wean yourself off all the junk food that you love that is bad for you. Before you start Opti, I did not. I had food funerals like right until the night before I started Opti. I was eating what I wanted, when I wanted, and how much I wanted, in the hopes that I would eat so much that I would get sick of it and not want it, which really worked for a lot of my favorite foods. I basically binge ate them and didn't want them for months because I was sick about the thought of it. But on the other hand, I still wanted other foods that I knew I liked that I hadn't binged on. So it didn't work. So don't do that. It did not work. And, yeah. But you just can't imagine what it's going to feel like. I couldn't imagine what my body would feel like 100 pounds lighter. I couldn't imagine walking a block without needing my Ventolin puffers. I couldn't imagine sleeping through the night without needing my Ventolin puffers, or sleeping through the night without getting up to go pee 3 or 4 times. Now, sometimes I sleep through the night right through without even getting up to use the washroom once. And sometimes when I'm really bad with getting my water in and I'm trying to guzzle the water before bed, well, I can't guzzle, so I have to stay up late and drink it, which reminds me. Cheers. And then I do have to get up, but usually I only get up once to use the washroom, which is a huge change. I couldn't imagine, and I couldn't imagine. It was like you have all these hopes and dreams, but you're afraid. to want them because you're afraid that you want them so much it will never come true. I had a hope and dream to go on a bike tour. And even if it meant just an overnight bike tour and eventually a longer one, that was I was 304 pounds and riding my bike for 10 kilometers killed me. But I was so proud that I could do it. And it didn't kill me physically. It killed me in the fact that I could do it while I did it. But once I was done, once I got home, I was wiped. I mean, down for the count, exhausted. All I could do was lie on my bed and watch videos. I couldn't move. I mean, now I could go for a 10-kilometer bike ride and then go for a walk or go for a swim. Although swimming does make me really exhausted after laps. But I think it's because I go in the hot tub when I'm done my laps, and the hot tub's so relaxing. But there's this disconnect between what you really want and what you can actually do. So you don't, even though you have these goals, it's hard to believe you can ever achieve them. And now I'm doing it, and it's like, last week I did a 30-kilometer bike ride, and I told you guys about it. And pretty soon I'll be doing a 40 to 50-kilometer bike ride. I had planned on doing it this week, but it's raining, so it's getting pushed back to next week, which is fine. Because do you remember that beef jerky I made? I ate it all. Now, I didn't make it on the day that I posted the video. I made it several weeks before I posted the video, but I forgot that I made a video and then found the video, so I thought, oh my gosh, I forgot to post this. So I posted it quite late. And I only eat like 50 grams each time, which is what I'm allowed, because it's a great snack. It's high protein. And I swear to God, that's how I lost so much extra weight, by snacking on beef jerky. Like, you know, to help me get my protein in, because it's so much lower in fat than other things that, you know, I could have chosen, like the pepperettes that I really like. So, yeah, so now I'm getting to make my beef jerky, and right now I've got some more zucchini chips in my dehydrator. You get to eat something that tastes just like chips. It's crunchy and tasty, and actually to me tastes better than chips. And it's zucchini, you know? It's just zucchini. It's low carb, it's low calorie, it's good for you. So a lot of things are changing, and my relationship with food is changing. One thing I want to tell you is I promised myself that when I reached 100 pounds lost, I could allow myself some Smart Food popcorn. Smart Food popcorn is a popcorn that has like a white cheese on it. It was my favorite treat prior to surgery. I liked it more than chips, more than cheesies, more than, I like chocolate pretty much. But it was like my favorite go-to snack, okay? So I'm like, I can have my Smart Food popcorn, because 1 cup is not bad. I can't remember the exact stats, but I think it's 10 grams of carbs or less, or 8 grams of carbs for 1 cup. And I can't eat more than 1 cup of anything at any time. So, and it even has a little wee bit of protein in it. I think it has 2 grams of protein per 1 serving, which for me is 1 cup. So I thought, yeah, that's a pretty decent thing, because I allow myself 30 to 50 carbs a day, usually closer to 30. If I've been bike riding longer, then I'll go higher. But, so I had my cup of Smart Food popcorn last night, because I knew I was going to get there, because I cheated and weighed myself earlier. So I had the Smart Food popcorn. It was alright. I like the zucchini chips better. My brain was building that popcorn up into being this wonderful thing, and honestly, I don't care if I ever eat it again. It wasn't that great. I couldn't even taste the cheese. It just tasted artificial and fluffy. I think it was good. It wasn't bad. But I like my zucchini chips and my beef jerky better. So, and now I'm wondering about those other foods that I'm dying for. Like if I drive past the Subway and the door opens and I can smell the bread, like that cheese bread that they make those subs on, I'm like, oh my God, I want that bread so bad. Or if I smell any bread anywhere, basically. Baked bread is my downfall. I love bread. And I'm fine. Like, I can have a slice of Weight Watchers whole grain bread and not want any more or even really enjoy it. You know? I was doing that. Once in a while, I get a craving for my peanut butter. So I'll do that, but I'm doing it more as a vehicle for the peanut butter. And I really should try the peanut butter on apple slices. But, you know, the popcorn, I built it up in my head. It wasn't anything like I was remembering. Maybe it never was, I don't know. Or maybe I ate so mindlessly that I just don't know. My tastes have changed, obviously. So that was really good to know. And I'm not going to try bread to see if that is gone because I don't want to tempt fate. But next year, when I'm a year out, I will try bread and see how I feel about it. But not now, it's too soon. Or pizza with a crust. Like if I've had pizza, but not the crust, like not the bottom, I just eat the pepperoni and the cheese off of it. If I'm at like a family gathering, I've done that twice in 5 months. So, and it was fine, but I won't eat the bottom, which was my favorite part because I'm a bread girl. So, who knows, maybe I won't like it that much. And really, I didn't really go crazy for the taste of the pizza anyway. So, maybe my tastes have changed drastically. I do know I love the zucchini chips, and I can't wait till they're done so I can have some. So yeah, I'm just really happy. If you're thinking about having surgery, do your research. Be very careful about doing your research. You don't just go to websites and, like, the forums are great. If you want to go to a forum, I recommend Obesity Health, OH, it's online. The people there are very supportive, very great. You can, if you want to see what you'll be eating after, if you do have surgery, every day they have a "What are you eating today?" thread, and everybody writes in. People from like 1 week post-op or pre-op even to 10 years post-op. So you can see how it varies, what you'll be eating shortly after surgery, what you'll be eating 6 months after surgery, like what people are eating anyway, not what you'll be eating, but and how successful they've been. Because we have our little tickers showing how much weight we've lost. So it's very helpful, and you can ask questions. Most of the members are very friendly. Some of the members get mad because questions have been asked before. I ignore those ones because the whole purpose of a forum is to talk and get to know each other. And if they don't want to answer, they don't have to answer. So, but there's always people who'll be more than happy to answer your questions. So, you know. And who knows, when I'm 10 years post-op, maybe I'll be sick of seeing the same questions all the time. But I hope not. Because we can't expect everybody to come from our own frame of reference. We can't expect others to know what we already know in our head. They're in a different spot on their journey. And I hope I'll always remember that. And if I do forget, please someone remind me. Because I don't want to forget where I've been and how we're all different. So, yeah, I don't regret it. It's the best thing I've ever done for me. Right up there with buying my bike. Which is also another wonderful thing that I did for myself. So I went to go scout out my campground last week, and I went for a walk along the beach. So here are some pictures of the beach. And if I have room, here's a short video of the beach. Well, I was trying to keep my shoes dry, but I had to cross a creek, and my shoes were already wet, so I am now walking in the water. But not very deep, because that sand over here is very shifting, and I don't want to fall with my camera in my hand. So it's an absolutely gorgeous day. Today would have been a good day to stay at that campground, that's for sure. But it's going to be nice all next week. And tonight it's supposed to drop to 12 degrees, and next week the nights are only supposed to drop to 15, so that'll be better for sleeping in a tent. But the water is absolutely lovely. I hope you like that. So the campground is at the end of that beach. Like, this is the public beach, and the campground is just a little bit past it. So that bike ride, I'm not sure how far it will be to get to the camp spot, but I did find out that if I'm willing to take a spot that has no power, no electricity, I can just ride in anytime, and I won't even need to make reservations, and I'll get a spot. If I want something with electricity, she says call a few days ahead and make a reservation. You don't have to pay or anything. They'll just save it for you. And she was really impressed that I'm coming out on my bike, because I said I'd like to come out on my bike. She says, oh, your motorbike? I said, no, my bicycle. She goes, oh my God, you're going to ride out here from the Sioux? I said, yes. It's not that far to me. Like, and that's another thing that boggles my mind. It seriously doesn't seem that far to me now that I've done it. And I haven't done it all the way there. I've done it to 5 kilometers before there on my bike. When I went to go check out the campgrounds, I took my truck because it was already getting dark. I am a little bit concerned about the campsite because it's much bigger than I remembered. It's like a little community. And I said, would it be possible to put me away where I'm not close to other campers because I have asthma, and that many campfires is going to be problematic. That much smoke will trigger my asthma. So she said, yeah, that won't be a problem. And she said the fires usually are only smoky when they first start them. So she said, you know, if I go for a walk on the beach at around sunset and come back, once the fires are going, the smoke goes up. It's just while they're starting to burn that they make a lot of smoke. Once they get hot enough, it's not bad. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll be okay. I'm going to bring my puffers just in case. But I'm really excited. And I also set my tent in the backyard to see what it looks like, to make sure all the parts are there. And here's a little video of me doing that. So I'm almost prepared to go on my bike trip. I just have to do a few little last minute things, like set up my tent for the first time and make sure all of the pieces are there. So it's a really warm day, and I'm going to do that. And yeah, let's see what happens. Hi guys. So I'm all set. The tent isn't perfect. I was actually quite unhappy with it when I set it up because on the label it says it's 6 feet by 5 feet. It's not. I'm 5'4" and I totally fit the whole length of the tent from my head to my toe. But the way the tent is made, and I didn't notice this till later after I made that other video, the bottom half is like a tarp material, and that goes up for about, I don't know, 6 inches, and then it turns into regular tent material. So the part, even if I do touch my head and my toes to that part, it won't get wet because that won't let the water seep through. It's just the canvas stuff that will let it seep through if you touch it. So you have to be careful not to touch it. And I can waterproof the tent, but I'm not going to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that before my bike camping trip, my first one, because it's going to be raining all week and you need to have dry weather. And then as soon as the weather's nice, I would like to just head out and go. So I'm just really excited, and that was like a pipe dream last year. It was a dream I had that I didn't really believe could come true. And even though it's just one night, overnight, I'm so excited about it. I'll be like totally self-contained on my bike with my tent and my sleeping bag, and my dad made me a little stove out of a cat food can that you drill holes in and you put alcohol in it. I bought some fondue fuel and it just burns, and the theory is that the holes, when you put the pot on, the fire comes out of the holes on the side and then kind of wraps around the pot. If you check on YouTube, you'll see cat food alcohol stoves. There's like a million videos. But we didn't drill the holes big enough, so we have to go make the holes bigger, because it worked great until I put the pot of water on, and then we just suffocated the fire. And I might try it again and use a tuna can, because a tuna can is bigger than a cat can, and then it will give the pot more stability, because I'm kind of a klutz. So, and it only took my dad a few minutes to drill, and I do it myself, but my little drill's not strong enough to drill through there. His drill is so big I can't hold it with one hand. I have to use both hands to hold it, and then I can't hold the can. So he has vice grips, so I tried doing it myself, and I put the cat can in the vice grips, and I tightened them too much, and I smushed the can. So I'm going to leave it to my dad now. I'm not very handy when it comes to tools. So, yeah. Anyway, I see I'm at 17 minutes already, and I'm really trying not to go this long. I don't want to bore you all. So thank you if you're still with me, if you hung on. Thanks so much. It means the world to me. And thank you also for your comments. If you have any questions for me, let me, if there's anything I can tell you. I don't know. I'm by no means an expert at anything. But I'm here to help if you have any questions. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I just found out that if you like the videos, it means they're more likely to come up when people search for videos, and I didn't know that. I thought, why do people care if people like their videos? Or why are people being so sensitive? I had no idea, that if people like your videos, then they come up on the search engines, like if someone's searching for RNY surgery or post-op or weight loss journeys. So learn something new every day. So anyway, thank you and have a really great week, everybody. I hope you're all just great. Take care. Love you. Bye.